right, and our first contestant is KydKong. She's a classically trained musician who became a multi-format DJ. She lives in Atlanta, and she is also the director of artist relations at Twisted Kingdom, which is an event promotions company. So, welcome, Kid, to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys having me.
Well, we're glad you're here, and I'm wondering, Kid Kong, is there an interesting story behind that name? How'd you come up with that branding?
Well, I would say throughout my whole life, I've been really interested in monkeys. I've always really loved monkeys. Even when I was younger, I did a full study on the Mona monkeys actually at the Atlanta Zoo. But fully, my name is Sydney. My first name is Sydney. And a lot of people call me Sid. And of course, when it comes to Sid, a lot of people like to be like, Sid the kid, Sid the kid. And my senior year actually ran for senior class president, and my tagline was "Don't kid, vote for Sid." And of course, in each of these ways, I always kept kid spelled with the KYD because my name is spelled SYD. And so a lot of people called me Sid the Kid for a lot of many years. And so when it came to me choosing an artist name, a moniker, I was like, I really do love monkeys, but also I like filthy heavy bass music too. So like I needed something a little bit more than like Sid the Kid. Like it's just a little too cute, I feel. And so I added Kong to it. In thought that some of my music is kind of uh nostalgic or juvenile type sounds, and then other music is much heavier, and so I felt like marrying those two things together along with the monkey theme, it just kind of worked with Kid Kong, so that's how it came about.
That's awesome. And I've looked at some of your social media, and you really play up to that profile with welcome to the jungle, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
tell me a little bit about your musical background. You list yourself as classically trained. Classically
Yes.
trained in what?
Oh goodness. Okay, so my primary instrument, which I started when I was about 10 or 11 years old, alto saxophone, was the first instrument that I picked up. My dad, he is an instrumentalist, or he used to be an instrumentalist. He used to play trumpet. My mom used to play piano and trombone, and my dad sings a lot. And so I was really, really interested in jazz with my upbringing, and that's how I kind of landed on alto saxophone. But as I got older, I really started learning a lot of different instruments. Some of them are hobby instruments, but some of them are, I went and took lessons and things like that. So I have different levels of proficiency for different instruments, but I'm clocking in at around 10 instruments that I do play. And yeah, I went to school for music education. I'm in school currently for music production. Yeah, I was a student teacher over at Rockdale County High School for a while. I composed for them I brought a group together called Pop Band where the kids could play like popular music rather than. I was hired for pit orchestras around Georgia, and yeah, moving from like I said, alto saxophone to more of my hobby instruments. Like guitar was a hobby instrument. Um, Honestly, it was more of like I'm in high school and people don't gather around for pulling out a saxophone, so let me learn more of a fun instrument. And so I started learning guitar, and then I got to a point where I was playing guitar in orchestra also. So I really do enjoy just like picking up just different instruments. It's just really, really fun for me. But yeah, like that's the background that I have until I hit maybe around 20. I went to my first rave, and electronic music just took me by storm. Like it was just unbelievable to me. It really like rocked my brain. And I mean, the from those who are extremely musical and harmonic, and like it's not just a matter of, oh, it's ooh uppity classically trained versus like ooh like filthy like rave music. Like I just found so much beauty in the composition of electronic music, and I realized like this is something that I would really love to be involved in. And as I started learning more about it, I this is definitely something I want to do for the rest of my life. And so I definitely hope to bring in my instruments, my classical training into more of my electronic music world. But yeah, that's where I came from, and I'm excited to see where I go with it.
Awesome. Do you have aspirations of I think you said you wanted to incorporate some of your instruments into your DJing one day. Have you seen like Timmy Trumpet perform?
Yes, yes, I have. I love Timmy Trumpet, Grizz, Big Gigantic, Grammatic, all of these artists. I would say that even my first experience, like I said, my first rave was around 19, 20 years old. And one of the first acts I saw was Fire, Fyer, and that's uh, Gabriel and Bobby Duke, which is Bobby Duke is Skrillex's older brother. This was my first experience with rave music at all, and they were playing like Bobby Duke plays drums live, and Gabriel plays guitar and piano live, incorporating it with this electronic elements. And I was really blown away, and I was like, yeah, like this is very, very interesting. I definitely want to go in that realm. I would say I definitely want to use my alto saxophone, but whenever I say my saxophone, people automatically assume jazzier things, like I said, like uh, Haywire or Grammatic or Grizz, things like just a bit jazzier. I think I definitely want to go in more of a distorted route. So we'll see where it lands. I do have a lot of weird background influences, so we'll just see how this cultivates.
Okay.
I hope
Well,
to actually use my sax maybe in the future of this base battleground. So I hope to get past the first round to show you guys some of this instrumental work.
awesome. And I think one of the things that everybody's going to have to watch out for. I think you are one of the most experienced Twitch streamers. You've got
Ooh.
430 some odd followers on Twitch, and that doesn't happen just out of nowhere. Talk to me about your experience and what you've done to build that Twitch audience.
Oh, thank you so much for noticing. I really appreciate it. It has been a journey. I just hit 2 years. I started right when the pandemic hit, and so I mean, obviously, I just started my DJ career maybe about 3 months before the pandemic hit, and I had two in-person gigs under my belt. I would say I had one gig was on a farm, and then the other gig was at Crazy Atlanta. And I was so thankful for it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that this is so cool." And then the pandemic hit. And I was like, "Okay, so there's no live gigs. Let me see how I can still like learn because I just started, so I needed something consistent to kind of keep working on my skills." And I started off with a segment called Wild Wednesday, wild spelled with a Y, as
Of
kid
course.
is. And it was really, really interesting. We started off no direct audio. It was almost like the sound was almost like a friend 10 like 100 feet away, like with their phone, and I'm yelling, "Thank you guys so much for tuning in." And it was so raw. And I would say with myself and my brand manager, my graphic designer, Cody Cases, they really upped my production ability for Twitch streams. They helped me with my overlays and my emotes, but the culture of Twitch was definitely something different for me. I was not already a Twitch person, a person who watched a lot of different Twitch streams. And so diving into the world of Twitch and learning the culture of just because it was also at the beginning of my DJ career. So I was learning about not only Twitch terminology, but also DJ terminology. So I remember the first time that somebody was like, big ups, big ups. And I was like, is this Twitch or is this DJing? And I mean, like, it's very interesting. The people are like, because it's from all over the world and all different times, like, it doesn't really matter what time you stream because you can get people from anywhere who are just interested in what you do. And to connect with people on that level, it almost feels like old like AOL chat room style, like melded with like YouTube. So it's like those two things put together. It feels a little bit kind of quiet and private, almost like Tumblr, but not in those strict words. And so I've met a lot of really amazing DJs across the United States, just from streaming on Twitch. Different raid trains, where you go from one channel to the next, and you just kind of move everybody who's in that chat room to the very next room, and they meet people, and it's just I've traded tunes across the country. Like, it's an unbelievable experience to have um, this music world that is rooted in the internet. And
Yeah.
it's almost like, I would say, because I'm not a gamer. I mean, like, I'm not a gamer who spends a whole bunch of time online, and people, they've depicted uh, meeting friends online and having these friendships for years with only gaming online. And I feel that way with the people who consistently tune into my streams. I mean, it really is a family. And I hate that though. Like, it's almost like, oh, at Applebee is like, we're a family. Like, but really it feels like such a community. And I feel that love of, like, I mean, you could be doing anything, but you've chosen to spend your time with me talking about who knows what, from sound design to my favorite DJs to, I mean, I've created a lot of different segments at this point, and it all started with Wild Wednesday, and now I stream Monday through Friday, from gaming to deep dives, and it's a really amazing thing. And I it's kind of crazy for you, like, oh yeah, you're one of the most experienced Twitch streamers, and it's like I it feels like it's been months, but it really I just hit 2 years. It's so mind blowing. I hope to keep it going, and I really do love the people that I call my kindergarten. It's just they're just so supportive, and it's amazing. It really
Yeah.
is.
Congratulations again, and good luck this Sunday. I'll be watching. And where can people find you online?
Oh, you can find me on most platforms with my handle KydKong. That's KYDKONG. But you can also check out my website, which is Animal Kingdom, and you just replace the I's with Y's. Animalkingdom.com. And all of my social media are on there. You can even contact me through there. So yeah.
Okay. Well, perfect. Good luck this Sunday, and thanks again for your time, kid.
Thank you so much, House Ninja. I really appreciate it.
Feel good. Pressure. I just wanna feel good.